Hello everyone, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. So today we're going to be getting messages from your spirit team and see what information wants to come through for you guys. We have pile number 1 with the Earth Elemental, and that is with Danburtie. For pile number 2, we have Movement Meditation, and that is with Pyrite. And for pile number 3, we have the Sacral Chakra, and that is with the Girasol egg. So pause the video if you need more time to meditate. Take your time, use your intuition. You may be drawn to more than one reading. If that is the case, there may be messages meant for you in that reading. Not everything may apply to you at this moment. Just take what resonates for you guys, okay? Alright, the timestamps are going to be located in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your individual readings. Welcome everyone who was drawn to the Earth Elemental and the Danburtie crystal. Now a little bit about Danburtie. This is a high vibrational stone. It promotes spiritual enlightenment. It's very good for emotional healing. Very high vibrational, like I said. It aligns our heart and our crown chakras, and it helps facilitate divine communication and inner peace. It also helps us to understand our soul purpose. And for you, pile number 1, I feel like you are elevating in your spiritual awareness. Perhaps you may be feeling more comfortable in your body, more connected to Mother Gaia, more grounded in your spiritual beliefs. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth taking place. You may have come to a place where you feel more loved, more at peace, safe and secure in your own self, where you are in the world. You can also be a light worker where you are grounding spiritual energies with Mother Earth. You may be working with Mother Gaia, and you may be somebody who is a grid worker who feels called to help ground in these higher frequency energies. Take what resonates. That is some of you who are watching this video. Some of you are the ground crew, and you're anchoring in these higher spiritual energies into the physical plane. Some of you may have a strong connection to the angelic realm. All right, let's see what other messages want to come through from your spirit team for you guys. Pile number 1. I'm sorry if y'all hear any noise in the background. I have a young pup, and she's always tormenting our older dog because she's got so much energy, and he's like, no, let me sleep. All right, so we have Raguel, Waves of Healing. Be open and vulnerable at this. As this will initiate healing and harmonious resolution. Okay. And then we have Jovial, trust the unfolding. There is no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. Okay, so like I was saying, I feel like there was, some of you are starting to feel more comfortable, more secure in your spiritual beliefs, in your spiritual understandings. There may be a little bit of hesitation about maybe others judging you, judging your choices. You may be coming into a spiritual awakening, having new understandings and new belief systems. Tune into your heart. We have the green chakra here, so just follow your heart. Go within and connect to the higher realms. This will make you feel more secure, more connected. Tune out anybody else who's trying to tell you that there's only one way to connect to God, to source, to spirit. This is a personal journey and it's a personal experience. So I feel like there's definitely going to be some insight, more connection, more guidance coming in for you guys. Some definite healing that's going to help you feel more secure and safe in your belief system here. All right, let's see what else wants to come through from your spirit team. Let's use these cards. Pile number 1, spirit team. What messages and guidance do you have for them? Yeah, and Danburtie, you know, it helps you, it supports your pursuit of a spiritual path, you know, and it brings clarity to your life purpose even. Ooh. We have letting go of urgency, surrender, freedom from time constraints. Okay. So you may be... For me, when I see this, this is about being so scheduled and everything has to be so planned out, and we need to know every movement we make, what the consequences are going to be, how is this going to work out, how is it going to unfold, and we have trust the unfolding. So it's letting go of the need to know when something is going to happen. Okay. Yeah, we have waves of healing, trust the unfolding. So you may be waiting, maybe you've been doing a lot of spiritual work, manifesting something. So you've been manifesting something and wanting to know, when is it going to be coming in? When is it going to happen? And you need to come into a place of trusting your heart, trusting in the divine, knowing that everything is going to work out. Everything is happening according to divine time. And we can't rush things, you know, we can't rush the divine, because things have to fall into place. If we try to force things, then it just blocks the healing, the transformation, the manifestation for coming in. It actually slows the energy down. Whereas if you were to open up and to be more fluid and to go with the flow and allowing the path to be laid down before you, this will speed up the process of whatever it is that you've been manifesting, whatever you've been looking for. If it's abundance, we have family tree, expansion, and legacy. So we have a card number 19, which is a 10. This is the completion of some cycle, endings, new beginnings, also manifesting something here. And then we have this expansion and legacy. So I feel like it could be about, definitely about finances here, because there's, I feel like you're wanting to create something, or this could be generational wealth. Some of you, this could also be about healing the family lineage. There may be something, a belief system, and it could be a belief system about abundance that you've had to heal and get clarity on, where a lack mentality may have originated from, so that you can heal it and restore balance into your family tree so you can bring in this abundance. And some of you may be wanting to know, at what time can I expect this shift? When can I expect my manifestation of abundance to come in? Yeah. And you have this, you know, we have card number 14, which is a 5, and this is about, you know, this is change. So lots of change is coming in. I definitely feel like there's a desire from freedom, for freedom, and it could be financial liberation here that you're looking for. New experience, some kind of forward movement. You're wanting to move forward, but I feel like you're trying to rush something, trying to rush this healing, rush this manifestation, and Spirit's telling you to, like, your guides are saying, slow down, don't rush the process. There may be lessons that you need to learn along the way. There's something that you need to maybe get more clarity on, something you need to see. There could be lessons that need to be worked on, tools that need to be gathered before this fully manifests. What do we have? Connections, partnership, contract, and commitment. We have what looks like the emerald. I definitely feel like there's this connection in the heart chakra here. I feel Archangel Raphael coming through. Yeah, there's support coming in. You know, you are being guided. You are being supported. Your spirit guides are going to come in and help you with this manifestation. They're going to offer a support. And you're meant to have this. Yeah, it's in your divine, in your karmic records here for you to have this abundance, for you to have this expansion. Yeah, and we have the sun coming through. Happiness, support, love, joy. And like I was saying, I feel like there's definitely been healing and restoration towards your inner child here. What else? We have freedom. I was feeling that. Moving on and letting go. Setting yourself free from some limitations. Letting yourself free from needing to know. Because that's our mind. Our mind needs to know, like, when's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? You know. And that can, like I said, it can limit us. It can slow the energy down, because some things need to just have we need to have our faith. We need to have trust. We have to believe that we're worthy. We have to believe and know that everything is going to be working out for us. Trust the unfolding. And everything's going to work out for you. And even if you make like a wrong choice, or you catch yourself trying to force something or dictate how it's going to happen, you know, just remind yourself to fall back into your heart, to come into your trust, into your intuition, connect back into your heart space and into your guides. We have your eternal spirit, higher self, sacred intuition. Thank you. Confirmation to trust your intuition. Go within, calm the mind down, enter into your heart space. Your higher self already knows, you know, and that's the thing. Your heart already knows the plan. Even if you do not, your higher self knows the way, knows how to trust, knows how to surrender. Spend some more time out in nature. Connect with Mother Earth. Make sure that you're grounding yourself into the present moment. Let go of any fears that you may have about this working out, about things coming in. Yes, come into the rest mode here. Be in that receptive energy. And, you know, and I had to do that myself. I took a break from putting out, I want to say it was probably a good week or two, where I wasn't putting out any content, because my guides were telling me that I needed to pull back. I needed to rest. There were some messages that I needed to receive for myself, and I needed to do more inner dialogue. Take some time to rejuvenate, restore. There were some course corrections that needed to take place between, you know, this is something that I do in my spare time, and it's something I'm really passionate. I really love this. And then I also have my job. You know, I run the a crystal business online. Those of y'all who know, I have a online Facebook group where we do live shows, where we sell the crystals that I have here. And we should do a live show one day a week. And with I also have a lot of family members who live here on the farm, and a lot of them are elderly, and some of them are requiring more and more attention. We have one who has dementia, and she's just kind of getting older and losing more and more of her abilities, so she's requiring more of our time. And we just recently had to get hospice assistance out here, and I just needed to pull my energies back and to evaluate our work schedule, and now we're having to be a little bit more flexible. So I needed that time to rest so that I can prepare myself for what is ahead on the journey. And so I feel like that's what you are also being directed and guided to, is taking more time to go within, to rest, to receive. Don't rush, don't force anything, and just allow everything to fall into place and into alignment, okay? All right, Let's get a couple tarot messages from your guides. And I just recently lost one of my nails. I just noticed that. Kind of lost while I was cooking dinner. All right, messages from pile number 1, Spirit Team. All right, let's see what the tarot wants to say. We have Ace of Air. Inspiration, communication, and adjustments. All right, confirmation here. There's like with me, you need to take some downtime here, because there needs to be, there may be some new ideas that your spirit team wants to offer up to you, some insights. There may be some course corrections, some adjustments that need to be made. Sometimes we may think that this manifestation is exactly what we want, but then if we look a little further down the road, we may realize that, oh wait, I didn't think about this, you know what I mean? And it's something that, you know, if I was rushing and running forward, full steam ahead, I wouldn't have caught this. I wouldn't have realized that this might not be a good idea, you know? What we have the King of Water. Okay. Compassion, understanding, and trustworthy. And I feel like this is, you know, knowing your emotional truth here. Emotional mastery. Let me see what else. Let's get the rest of them. We have the Ace of Water. Ooh. And we have the 9 of Earth. Oh, that's exciting. Let me move these cards out the way so I can get all these on the board for you. So, with the 9 of Earth coming through, there's definitely meant to have financial stability. We have contentment, luxury, and independence. So some of you may be looking for financial freedom. And I completely relate to that. All right, and we have the Ace of Water, emotions, relationships, and intuition. So I feel like there's going to be, as you take this time out to shift, there's going to be something revealed that's going to help you find more ways to feel more emotionally fulfilled. That's going to bring in that that contentment. You know, this is enough. This is like the life of luxury here. Enough money that's going to last, you know, future generations, even generational wealth coming through. Yeah, I feel like you're mastering a certain, this could be the mind here, the mind and heart balance, so that they're on the same page. There's something that's going to be offered to you. There may even be like a partnership that comes in. Somebody may want to offer something to you that's going to help you. Yeah, this is card number 29. That's an 11. Some kind of awakening. You're going to be seeing something from a different perspective, and your guides are offering this perspective shift. And this shift is going to help you have more, feel more secure, feel more more connected to your path, to this journey that you're on. You're going to feel more trusting of your heart, more trusting of the divine, more surrendering to the path that is going to be presented for you, to you. Let's see. What else? What else? Let me see what other deck I want to use over here to bring out some more insight from your guides here. About you guys. Okay, let's go with the intuition oracles. Yeah. All right. And then with this partnership, you might have somebody that comes in who's like very emotionally mature, very wise, leadership qualities, you know. I feel like that can also be you as well. Okay. Alright. Messages from pile number 1, Spirit Team. Whoa, we have this card here. We have higher vibrations. Keep your vibration high and your intuition will stay sharp. Perhaps you may be guided to work with Danburtie, since I was saying it's a very high vibrational card connecting you to the divine, to the angelic realm. Also helps give you more clarity. We have empowered decisions. Intuition empowers your decisions. Trust your inner compass. Yeah. Okay. Focus on the manifestation, the outcome, and let go of any of the concerns on how it's going to come in, right? It's letting go of all of the little details and allowing that to be worked out by the divine, and trusting and being centered, being grounded in the knowing that abundance is yours, that it's coming in, that this legacy, this independence, the freedom, everything that you are searching for, this connection to your higher self, allowing it to just manifest, allowing the energies to flow, allowing yourself to be guided, surrender, okay? Trust. Trust the unfolding. Okay. And we have body wisdom. Listen to your body's subtle cues. It holds the answers you seek. Spend more time meditating, spend more time in nature, because this will help you be more connected to the present moment. All right, and these came out, they fell on the floor. We have sensory awareness. Heighten your sensory awareness. It supports your intuitive flow. Connect to, the more time you spend in nature, or the more time you spend being in meditative energies, you know, more contemplative, you will become more sensitive to the energies, to your environment, to when to act, when to move forward, which is why we have the body wisdom here. It's listening to the body, trusting your intuition, listening for your guides, tuning in to your heart chakra, being more grounded and connected to Mother Earth, to your environment. Come out of the mind and into the body, into the heart. We have heartfelt guidance. Intuition comes from deep within. Cherish and trust its guidance. Thank you. Confirmation. Go into your heart and follow your heart, pile number 1. And then we have cosmic awareness. Nice. The cosmos speaks through your intuition. Stay open to its messages. Your guides are going to communicate to you through your heart. This is how you can get in touch with them. This is how they communicate to you. And the more that you become more present, more aware, more connected to your heart space, you will receive guidance. You will receive signs and synchronicities because you are more aware. You're more present. And this is how you can be further guided ahead on the path, you know, so that you can, if there is any adjustments that need to be made, Spirit will connect to you and guide you along the way. But you have to tune in to your heart space, all right? Tune into your heart, because that's how they're going to connect to you. It's how you're going to receive your downloads, further guidance, further information about the decisions to make, and it will help you feel more connected, more self-assured, more self-aware that the choices that you're making, the path that you're on, is the right path for you. And your higher self is also going to be guiding you from your heart space. All right, everything is within the heart. Trust the heart, trust your guidance, trust where you're going, trust where you're heading. Know that freedom is meant to be yours. Abundance is meant to be yours. Let go of trying to schedule everything and needing to know the how-tos, okay? You got to trust and surrender and have faith. Believe in yourself that you can achieve this, pile number 1. You know what? I'm going to get you one of these because I love these. These are messages from Source. Let's get one final message for you. Pile number 1. Whoop. Wow, that thing just flew out. And it says, I am free. I love it. Today, I find the veil of my ego has lifted and a vision of my new life has appeared. Now I am focused on my inner growth. I listen only to the voice of my heart and remain steadfast in the energy of love that I find there. Oh my goodness, I love it. I am now free of duality, fear, and judgment, and I move forward on my path to inner peace. Look at that. She's just sitting by this river here and just being very present. She has those peaceful doves surrounding her, this beautiful light that's coming in, and that is you. Pile number 1, you are free. Free yourself from limitations, from doubt, from all the scheduling, from all the fears. Know that you are free. You are loved. We have this inner growth coming through, this spiritual awakening coming in for you. Woohoo! All right, pile number 1. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you for tuning in with me today and joining me in the temple. Please like, subscribe, comment below if this reading resonated with you. I'd love to have you back for future readings. I'm sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You guys were drawn to the movement meditation card and the Pyrite. So for you guys, what I feel like is taking place is there may be a bit of, I feel like your solar plexus, even though we have the red coming through for the root chakra, I feel like your inner fire, or you're being asked by your spirit team to invoke your fire and to empower yourself to be motivated. There may be a little bit of resistance. Maybe you have been feeling stuck or unmotivated, or and I feel like you're being asked to move, to shift, to clear some energy out of your aura here. And this could be by, exercising, dancing, just moving the body in general. So there's something that needs to be moving forward. And with the Pyrite here, this is connection to the solar plexus, using your willpower, and it is your inner fire. This also brings in, it can help you clear negative energy, negative influences. So if there may be something that's preventing you from perhaps seeing your beauty, or from overcoming some negativity, or feeling stuck in your life in some aspect, whatever that may be. This could be your confidence about yourself or confidence about your body. I feel like they're telling you to move forward, to shift, to change. And this could be changing the way you see something, or change the way you move through life. Card number 32, 5, change, adventure, freedom, desire for a new experience, movement, transformation even. Yeah, the fire, that's right, transforming. So there may be something that's transforming in your life, and it could be your confidence, boosting your confidence here. Your light, your personality, what makes you you, what makes you unique, what makes you shine. Let's see what your spirit team wants to say about this movement meditation for pile number 2. Ooh, what we got? We have faith, moving mountains. Wow. Trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. Nice. So something is definitely shifting. Something's transforming. We've got miracles. Pile number 2, guidance from pile number 2, spirit team. Having faith, trust. Things are moving forward, and we have Seraphil. Ooh, that's a beautiful name. Heart of devotion. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. Okay. Dedication to your faith, being devoted to the divine here. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Spirit team. Whoa. What we have emotional desert, inactivity, and isolation. Okay, so I feel like you may have been feeling like there's been a lack of movement, a lack of moving forward. You may have felt like you have been alone or abandoned or just on this island by yourself. And see, even in this card here, we have this beautiful oasis. Look at that. There is this respite, this beautiful cleansing, healing, rejuvenating energy coming in for you, pile number 2. Card number 11, awakening, enlightenment, trusting your intuition, a higher purpose. There was more meaning than meets the eye to your experience, okay? And this is also a card, a number 2 card, harmony, balance, compromise, love, partnership here. All right, and sometimes, you know, when we're on these solo journeys, they're for us to have, to get to know ourselves a little bit more, to have a deeper connection to ourselves and what motivates us, what inspires us, what makes us feel loved, you know, and not settling for just anything. And sometimes, like, some people out of desperation, you know, will just cling on to anything and anyone, you know, not to be alone. And they're willing to tolerate, you know, just bare minimum effort not to be alone, you know, and you're so much more worthy than that. And so I would rather be alone than tolerate, you know, an abusive relationship or being treated like you weren't worthy, or where somebody constantly picks away at your confidence and your heart, you know. What else we have? The journey guide, travel, change, and location. Beautiful. And look, we had 11 and now 22. Definitely forward movement. You're moving into, some of you are going to be actually moving, changing location, but I feel like you're definitely shifting. That's what's taking place with this movement meditation. You are shifting, pile number 2. You are moving mountains. Something that you thought was impossible is possible, you know, because it's coming in for you. Let's put this right here. Yeah, you are taking off. You're about to move into a different timeline. You're shifting the narrative and the way that you see yourself. Coming out of isolation and a place of inactivity. Perhaps you've been in hermit mode, and now it's time for you to get going, to move forward, to get going on a new journey. Wow. These cards just came flying out. All right, I know you guys saw that. All right, let's see. We have connections, and this card came out in pile number 1. Some of you may come over from pile number 1. Where we have connections, partnership, contact, and commitment. Confirmation. All right, and it's an 11/29, 11/11. So there's something that you've been manifesting, something you've been wanting to come in. And I feel like your spirit team is wanting you to know that you're on the right path, and that you are exactly where you're meant to be. You are in an alignment. What do we have? We have balance, centered energy, self-care. Beautiful. That's what you've been learning, okay, on this time out. You've maybe been on a self-love journey, going within, learning yourself, finding out what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel joy. What does love mean to you? What does it mean to feel loved? To be in partnership, learning to have a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can have a healthy relationship with others here. Remain center. I feel like that you've been asked to connect to your center here, your higher self, so that you can remain balanced. What else? We have Archangel Phanuel. Hope, optimism, and new beginnings. Woo! Confirmation, new path, new beginnings. We have another 2, so 222 also coming through. Wow, you're getting so many angel numbers. Pile number 2. Stop worrying. Everything is working out just fine. It's working out the way it's supposed to. Okay, trust that you're on the right path here. You're getting so many angel numbers in this reading, and you have 3 angels come out. So joy, happiness, abundance, connection, cycles, creativity. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. So I feel like you're coming into a phase of celebration because you took this time out to love yourself, to connect, to go within. And now an opportunity is coming in. Now support's coming in. Partnership is coming in. Trust in your ability to manifest, okay? That you can create the life of your dreams. We have this restoration here. Not just only restoration, but like support, happiness. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. Some of you may be finding partnership through an actual partner. Not just the divine and yourself, but also with another person. Let's see. Spirit team, what further information can we get for pile number 2? Pile number 2's got a lot of 2s. What we have. Wow. Alright, we have the High Priestess coming through. Using your intuition. Remained balance. Wisdom. Patience. Yeah, you took the time to go within, to connect. And look, we have the World coming out. You have completed this cycle. That's why we have so much forward movement, because this journey, the solo journey, is over. It's time for you to come out of the hermit mode, come out of the cave, so to say. And we also have, oh, just another 2, you guys. Wow, 222. Partnership, harmony, positive thinking. This is also about balance, compromise, love. And then we have another 3. Didn't I have a 3 somewhere? This one, right? 29. Oh, that's a 2. That's an 11. I thought I had a 3 somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, wait. It was the 3 angels. So we have the World. So there's a completion of a cycle for you guys. That's exciting. Let's get one more tarot. What's this new cycle look like? This new path. Change in location, travel, journey, a new journey. Lots of forward movement. Ooh, this one's jumping around. Look at that. Goals, expansion, and vision. Yeah. Something that you've been wanting, I feel like your ship's coming in. So whatever it is that you've been manifesting, see, we have these hands that are offering, like we have the world being offered to you. We have this beautiful crystal and the sun rays coming through here. An offering of abundance, an offering of support, an offering of happiness, of love, of the world being placed in the palm of your hand. It's like, you know, what is it? The whole world is your oyster, you know? It's like whatever you want, you have the gifts to manifest, you know? Moving mountains. Trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming impossible now because you've gone within and you've done this healing work. You've healed your heart. You've been devoted to the spiritual path. You've been devoted to your healing, to this spiritual quest, and you've accomplished it. You've healed. You've done the work. You've restored balance within. You've healed your inner child here. And now there's this new beginning. So what is it that you're wanting to manifest? What is this vision that you have? And it's time for you to set sail. It's time for you to go on this journey, to go on this quest that you're after. Sorry guys, my dogs are barking. I hope that's not too loud. Okay, let's see. Oh yes, let's get the intuitive oracle cards. What further information? This is Spirit Team of pile number 22222. You had so many twos come through in your reading, pile number 2. Messages from a pile number 2 is from their Spirit Team 1. Okay. I think one of them, did I catch them all? Alright, and we got 2. We have the flow of life. Surrender to life's natural flow. Trust where it takes you. Okay. Or you have lots of forward movement anyway, so just continue to go with the flow, especially since you have been practicing a lot of self-love and self-care. And then we have the silent whisper. Listen to the whispers within. Intuition quietly reveals the truth. And I feel like you have definitely made sure there's this growth, this inner expansion taking place. And it's going to be something that's very sudden, very subtle, you know, subtle shifts, subtle movements. It doesn't have to be something that's extremely drastic and dramatic. It can be just small steps going forward, small changes. What else? What came out? We have clarity through stillness. Find clarity and stillness. Meditation unlocks your intuition. I feel like you have definitely made that inner connection with yourself, right? And connected to your inner voice. And it has given you the clarity of sight, the clarity of vision to be able to see the truth, to bring your light into the shadows. We have emotional clarity. Yes, you have clarity coming through twice. Emotional clarity sharpens your intuition. And I feel like that has been what you have been working on. I also feel like there is this spiritual connection, a rise in your frequency, a big shift taking place in your energetic flow here. Especially since you're coming into alignment, into balance. I feel like you have definitely restored alignment with your chakras. And this partnership can be coming into partnership with the divine, with your higher self. having this clear connection to your higher self, to the divine. Yeah, you are blooming, you're growing, you're expanding. Yeah, you've earned your wings. Number 2. Let's see. Let me get a door for you. I want to see what is this journey. What is the door that you're about to step through here? Because we have this movement meditation. Where are you moving to? We have the door of visions. Ooh. Foresight, revelation, prophecy, sight, senses, and apparition. See, like I was feeling, I was sensing this with your cards because there's a lot of activation here to your third eye and your crown chakra. I feel like you're going to be receiving spiritual guidance, more connection and communication with the divine realm. There may be more downloads that are going to be coming in for you. It's so funny. It's such a paradox, right? I think that's the right word. Where we have this movement, right? Moving forward, shifting. But then we have this flow, this connect through stillness, this silent whisper, you know, going within, taking time to go within. So I feel like you're definitely being asked to remain balanced, you know, balance this shifting, this forward movement with this, with your flow, going within, you know, listening to your intuition, following the energy, listening to your spirit team, to the guidance that they're offering up to you today. Let me see. Let me get you one final card from Source. Yeah. There may be, like I said, there may be this manifestation with the vision coming through here. Something that you're meant to see. Something that you've been wanting to manifest that's coming in. Because we had 1111. All right. We have truth. Today I discover my greatness. Oh, my greatest truth is within me. It is the... I can't even speak. Let me restart. We have truth. Today I discover my greatest truth is within me. It is a divine force that whispers from my inner self. I listen to this voice closely, putting aside my controlling mind. In this way, I find all the answers I am looking for. I am now in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of God, which is the truth that will guide me towards my fullest, most shining radiance. Ooh, and look at that. Her palms are facing up, and there's this beautiful light that's coming in. And that's what I see here with this one right there. You know, there's this beautiful light coming into the third eye chakra. And see right here, there's this light coming into her ear, you know, into her awareness, where you're being asked to listen to the divine, to follow the divine, where you're being guided to at this moment, because you're being guided to move forward and to go in a specific direction. So be open and receptive to where you are being guided, okay? Because there's a lot of forward movement, and you even have the high priestess here, and this is about following your intuition, going within, listening, connecting to the divine, because your world is about to change. There's big shifts coming in for you, pile number 2. Major shifts. And it involves your destiny, part of your journey. And it's a big miracle, something big, something that you might not have even, you know, thought could be possible. The impossible is being made possible, all right? So some big communication. Whew. All right, pile number 2, this was your message from your spirit team, all right? They're letting you know that things are moving forward, things are shifting. You're coming out of a place where you felt like everything was stagnant and dry and things weren't moving forward, to a place of like, holy cow, there's so much information coming in. There's so much forward movement where there was no forward movement. So make sure that you stay balanced. Make sure that you stay in your flow. Be open and receptive to the guidance and the support and the messages that are going to be coming in for you, because there's a journey that you're meant to go on. All right, you guys. Thank you all for being here in the temple with me today. I'm sending you all lots of love. Please like and subscribe if this reading resonated with you. I'd love to have you back here in the temple with me. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Take care. Hello, everyone who was drawn to pile number 3, the Sacral Chakra with the Girasol Opal egg. This is your reading, your message from your spirit team. So what is so neat about your reading is that I chose this Girasol egg. I was drawn to doing the different crystals or the different piles, like different shapes and everything. And like the egg was kind of speaking to me. And y'all know I choose the crystals before the cards even get pulled. And so what is wild is that we had the sacral chakra come out with the egg. And typically our sacral chakra is our womb of potential, right? This is the waters of creation, gestation. And this stone here is known as a moon opal or water opal crystal. It's a variety of quartz here. But the name means turn towards the sun, which is so beautiful. But this is a crystal of emotional healing. It's also it helps connect to creativity, introspection, self-love even, which is beautiful, because the card says I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. And so I feel like there is definitely been a lot of nurturing or not. You're being asked to nurture yourself. Take some time out to receive love from yourself, self-love, self-care. Spend some more time meditating, taking care of yourself, tending to your needs, your feelings, your desires, healing any emotional wounds that you may have, cultivating a sense of security, within, self-acceptance, and finding some inner peace, all right? Whew. Okay, and it's a card number 10, so we have a completion of something. All right, let's see if the little egg will sit up here. Okay, let me get some angel cards for you, some further messages from your spirit team for pile number 2, please. Messages for pile number 2. What does their spirit team want them to know? Okay, so this one. Alright, and we have this one. Oh my goodness, this one came out in the last pile. So we have, wow, Amethyst Metamorphosis. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. So you're giving birth to something new. And then we have the Heart of Devotion. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. So we have this beautiful connection being made, this beautiful healing that's coming in for you. These cards are so pretty together, aren't they? So you're going through some emotional healing, I feel, and you're being asked to dedicate yourself to your needs, to healing yourself, to loving yourself, tending to your feelings, any emotional wounds you may have, any old memories that may be coming up to the surface at the moment here. Surrender to the flow. Trust yourself, trust your guides, trust your heart. Oh, I just got a tone. Let's see, it's 6:55. This may be a message for you coming in from the angelic realm. We've looked that number up. Joanne's Scribes, that is one that I tend to use a lot. That has a lot of spiritual meaning in there. All right, what do we have? We have shamanic healer, cleansing and attunement. Yeah, you're going through a cleansing process. Your emotional body is healing and transforming. Things are going to be shifting. You may be, like I said, healing some emotional wounds, something from the past here. Shifting your perspective. I feel like, yeah, your spirit teams wants you to shift your perspective about some emotional wounds that you may have. And this could be about the way that you see yourself, the way that you love yourself, the way that you accept love and receive love. Card number 17, that is an 8, cycles of growth, abundance, achievement, strength, wealth. It also represents a shifting of a cycle, timeline shifting. Okay. We're going to take all these. We have conscious steps, considered action, and looking forward. And it's another 8. So you have 2 8s, 88 coming through for you guys. 8 is, like I was saying, about shifts and cycles. And 88 represents a spiritual responsibility, you know, to yourself and your well-being. It also represents material success, abundance, an abundant spiritual life. You have a lot. She's taking a step forward, right? And so I think that's exactly what your spirit team wants you to do, is to move forward, to heal something from the past, to shift your perspective, see things, see the bigger perspective, you know, see things from a higher point of view. What else? What else? What else? Oh, we have currents of emotion. Look at that. Uncontrolled feelings. Okay. This is a card, number 7. I just needed to take a sip of some water. So I feel like you definitely need some cleansing. Maybe practice doing some healing ceremonies, some emotional healing. You can write down some maybe unresolved emotions that you may have. This could be about with an individual who may have made you feel like you were unworthy or unlovable, or may have made you feel like taken your power away, made you feel like you had no control, whatever the case may be. If you can't resolve the situation with the individual, definitely write out or express your emotions. You know, if this is allowing yourself to cry, to release the emotional pain that's has been suppressed, that is how you heal. You know, our tears, we have 3 different kinds of tears, and one of them, of course, is when we express joy. The second one of them is when we get hurt. You know, our instinct is to cry, to release the pain. And sometimes when we go through really hard situations, especially if we're children going through something, and you know, a lot of times back in the day, children weren't allowed. You know, sometimes parents would have said, you know, made you feel like you weren't able to cry. Or, you know, some of the old programmings were like, if you're weak if you cry, you know, or you're a baby, or, you know, oh, you're emotional, you're too sensitive, things like that. That can all make you repress and hide your feelings, you know, and make you feel like you weren't strong if you were to have an emotion about something that was painful, you know, and it was to repress our healing. That was the point, was so that we wouldn't heal, so that we couldn't move forward, so that we'd be stuck in a place of insecurity. And so go to those moments, you know, whatever's coming up to the surface from you, and give yourself that love, that validation, that big hug that you need, that comfort at the moment. Allow yourself that big cry and say, yes, this happened to me, and it was painful, it was hurtful, and it really made me sad. It really broke my heart. You know, and this is my truth, and come to a place of accepting it, you know, and try to be more in observer mode, and try to see what was happening in the environment around you, what was happening with the individuals, you know, what was going on in their life, what was their mindset at the time. Were they very even aware of what you were going through? Because most time people are unaware, and they are unaware how their actions are affecting you. They're unaware of how their inactions affect you. And children can't vocally express their needs. You know, children don't come out and say, hey, I need a hug, or hey, you know, or even if they were to say, well, that really hurts my feelings when you say this. Sometimes parents aren't really receptive. You know, there are a lot of parents out there who are just, you know, the way that they were raised, that, you know, children were not exactly, their emotions weren't taken into consideration, you know, at all. And most times parents, they don't even know how to handle their emotions. So when they have children and their emotional bodies aren't even mature, they aren't able to help a child's emotions mature, you know. And so you have to go to those places and help your emotional body heal, help to mature that the version of you who's still in suffering, and give your inner child the perspective that it needs to shift, to heal, to understand, so that your inner child can then mature and become, you know, that teenager, that adult, you know, and then that version of you who is here right now in the day. So that way your inner child is no longer you know, in suffering or in pain or feeling left out, feeling insecure or lonely or ignored. You actually comfort and love that version of yourself, so that that version of yourself comes forward with you, and you walk hand by hand into a bright new future, you know, where you can be more conscious of what you're creating, and you're not creating anything from a place of lack, and you're not creating from a place of insecurity or fear or any of those lower vibrational energies. We have prosperity, abundance, and success. Nice. Okay. So this is what is waiting for you on the path of gold. To abundance, to happiness, and like we have mindfulness, peace, peaceful presence, and a quiet mind. See, and that's the healing. Sometimes people don't realize that our mind, the fearful mind, is our inner child who is afraid of change, afraid of things repeating, afraid that it's not lovable, that it's not heard, that it's not valid. And it can be very loud sometimes, you know, very critical, very judgy, because that's what it was taught, you know, and it's not reeled in, it's not being parented, you know. And that's when we have to tap into our heart, and we learn to comfort ourselves. We learn to understand where our emotions come from, where our thoughts come from, and we bring that inner peace, we bring comfort, we bring understanding, and we create that bridge between heart and mind. And then that makes us feel, our inner child feels more loved, more connected, more heard, more seen. Because for me, what I feel like is our mind is our divine masculine, right? And our body, this is our divine mother. And then our heart is the inner child, because our inner child is divine, right? And so children wear their heart on their sleeves all the time, and they don't understand when people don't come from a place of love, when there's criticism, when there's judgment, when there's hate, when there's anger, when there's rage, when there's abuse, you know, things like that. It's hard to feel safe in those types of environments around those people. And so the inner child learns to adapt to the environment and realizes, okay, I'm not safe to respond this way, to feel this way, to share my emotion, because it leaves me vulnerable to attack. So then the inner child just retreats and hides, you know. And so, and then we develop this logical, the mind steps in, you know, and the mind tries to protect us, but it's very fearful, and it's very controlling, and it's very limiting. So, I feel like you're being asked to practice more self-love and self-care, and go into your heart and heal some of these old emotional wounds from the past, pile number 3, and to be more conscious of your choices, to be more conscious of your thoughts, and you know how they can be controlling you and preventing you from moving forward, or from even reaching this this place of abundance, happiness, and success. Let's get some tarot just to confirm some things for pile number 3. This heart chakra that's shifting and healing. We've got the 7 of fire. Yeah, I feel like you've been having to defend yourself. We have challenge, determination, or resistance. Yeah, this is standing up for yourself, standing up for your inner child, standing up for your needs, your wants, your desires, your passions. Yeah, the Empress. This is, yeah, taking care of your inner child, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, tending to your needs, bringing more love. Oh, hi. May see the kitty cat's in here with me. She is such a sweet and gentle kitty. I mean, she's such a love bug. She's a very good mom too. So I feel like this is what your soul is needing. You know, you're needing that comfort, you're needing that love, and it comes from you giving that to yourself. Spending time to getting to know what needs your attention, what needs your healing. You have the 8 of Earth, education, focus, and details. Yeah, I feel like this is what you're being called to do, to go within, to focus on your needs. What do you need? What is your inner child wanting you to heal? What do you need to work on? What do you need to improve? How do you see yourself? What makes you feel supported? What makes you feel abundant? What makes you feel successful? Expanding your awareness here. We have considered action. Yeah, looking forward. And you have this beautiful, this light coming in, the sun coming in, this perspective, this awareness, this healing, joy, happiness. Yeah. The more time that you spend getting to connect and be more mindful of the, you know, the way that you feel and why you feel the way that you feel, and you bring this awareness to it, you will be able to move forward, because you will have this understanding and you will know yourself better. You won't feel like you have to defend your feelings and defend why it's okay for you to feel this way. You know, anybody would feel that way. If somebody was calling you names, if somebody was bullying you, somebody who was ignoring you or making you feel like your feelings don't matter, I mean, of course it's going to make you feel sad. It's going to make you feel lonely. You know, that's normal. It's human. And it's okay. And you need to tell yourself it's okay. I understand why you feel that way. I understand. I hear you. I'm with you. I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. You know, and tell yourself that. Communicate to yourself. Be the parent that you needed. Be the friend that you needed. Be the partner that you needed. Give that love to yourself. Comfort yourself. Love yourself. Pile number 3. Hey, sweetie. You're such a sweetie. Alright, pile number 3. Let me get some more information. This is the Intuition Oracle, the Intuitive Oracle cards. Pile number 3, please. Messages from your spirit team. We have inner knowing. Trust your inner wisdom. It will guide you on the right path. there. What do we have? Listen within. The answers lie within. Listen to your intuition's quiet voice. See, and the more that you go within, the more you take some time to get to know yourself and listen to your inner child's needs, you're going to feel so loved. You're going to feel so connected. That voice is going to get louder. And, you know, because at first it starts off very soft because it's been ignored for so long. And then it starts to get louder, and then it starts to be this like guiding voice, and it becomes your higher self. You know, it's your divine self who's trying to speak to you, to get you to connect to it, to remember who you are, to remember your truth, your divinity, that you are loved, that you are worthy. We have the flow of life. Beautiful. Surrender to life's natural flow and trust where it takes you. Trust your heart. Trust your emotional body. Go with the flow. Allow the emotions to come through. Don't try to suppress them. They're coming up to the surface for a reason, because your higher self thinks that you are ready, knows that you're ready. It's time. It's coming up for a reason. It's wanting to be released. It's wanting to be healed. We have deep reflection. Through deep reflection, profound intuitive insights emerge. Yes. Lots of things are going to be coming up for you. Make sure that you're spending more time connecting to yourself. And we have angelic whisper. The angels whisper through your intuition. Pay attention. Your angels, like I was saying, your higher self is going to be connecting to you. The more time that you take in reflecting, going within, resting, restoring, you're going to be receiving further guidance. Okay, I'm going to get you some final cards from Source Creator, from your spirit team. We have God sustains me. As I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace, even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. Beautiful. And look at this beautiful, this light in the center here. This is your connection to your inner child, the healing, the restoration of your divinity here, your inner child, your divine self, that connection being restored here. One more final card, and I'll let you go so I can spend some time with Navy. You're so sweet. We have the path of light. Nice. Life places the perfect people and situations on the path to help me advance on my journey of inner growth. I possess the courage I need to progress despite any obstacles I might meet. I study my experiences, seeking the wisdom that they have to offer. In this way, I improve from day to day. Today, I choose to grow in faith, and I am confident that at the end of the road, I will join the light. Ooh, beautiful. This is the path that you're heading. You're restoring your light. You're restoring that connection to your divine self and bringing more healing, restoration onto your path. You have to know that everything that happened for a reason. It was there to teach you more about yourself, teach you more about relationships, more about the type of love that you want, the way that you want to advance on the path, you know, even if you have children of your own, you know, you're learning about what you want and what you don't want. What do you want to bring forward? What is something that you want to pass down? What is something that you want to shift and change, you know? It's taking the good and learning from the bad, you know. Everything serves a purpose in your life. And knowing that can also help you release and heal and let go and have forgiveness, not for the sake of the person and saying that it was okay what happened to you, but in the sake of freeing yourself from being trapped or feeling like you have to constantly live in that place, you know, and feeling that way. You know, understand that you were learning something through that experience, and it taught you so many things about yourself and about love and about the things that you want and don't want in your life, okay? All right, pile number 3, this was your message from your spirit team. Thank you all for being here with me in the temple today. I'm sending you all so much love. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you resonate with my readings. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Sending y'all lots of love again. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.